The LaLaurie Mansion. Even the name sends chills down your spine. Located on Royal Street in the heart of New Orleans' French Quarter, it stands as a chilling reminder of the darkness beneath its beauty. The elegant facade hides a sinister past, steeped in blood and unimaginable cruelty. This isn't just a haunted house, it's a tomb of tortured souls. The air grows heavy as you approach, thick with suffering. You can almost hear the echoes of screams, the desperate pleas for mercy. The iron gates now seem like the bars of a prison holding something evil captive. This is where Madame Delphine LaLaurie indulged her darkest desires. Delphine McCarthy Blanc LaLaurie. She was a woman of privilege, born into wealth and status in the 18th century New Orleans. Married 3 times, she was known for her beauty, her elegance, and her lavish parties that drew the city's elite. She was a fixture in New Orleans society, a shining example of Southern charm and hospitality. But behind her charming smile and gracious demeanor, a darkness brewed. Whispers began to circulate about the LaLaurie household, whispers of servants disappearing, of strange sounds emanating from the house at night. There were rumors of Madame LaLaurie's mistreatment of her slaves, stories that she was cruel and demanding. But in a society where slaves were considered property, these whispers were often ignored, dismissed as the ramblings of gossip mongers. The truth was far more horrifying than anyone could have imagined. On April 10, 1834, a fire broke out in the LaLaurie Mansion. As firefighters battled the blaze, they made a gruesome discovery. In the attic, they found a torture chamber. Chained to the walls were 7 slaves. The discovery sent a wave of horror through New Orleans. Madame LaLaurie's facade of respectability crumbled, revealing the monster beneath. News of the horrors uncovered in the LaLaurie Mansion spread like wildfire through New Orleans. An angry mob, fueled by disgust and outrage, descended upon the house, intent on exacting their own justice upon Madame LaLaurie. But she had vanished. Some say she escaped to Paris, living out her days under an assumed identity. Others believe she fled to nearby swamps, her fate unknown. The mansion itself was left to the mercy of the mob. They ransacked the house, destroying furniture, tearing down walls, desperate to erase any trace of the horrors that had occurred within its walls. But some things can't be erased. The LaLaurie Mansion, despite numerous attempts to restore it, remains a stark reminder of the city's dark past, a place where evil took root and flourished. To this day, the LaLaurie Mansion is considered one of the most haunted places in New Orleans, if not the entire United States. People report hearing blood-curdling screams coming from the house, the desperate cries of Madame LaLaurie's victims echoing through the years. Unexplained noises, cold spots, and a palpable sense of dread are common experiences for those brave enough to set foot inside. Some visitors claim to have seen apparitions, shadowy figures flitting through the halls, their eyes burning with hatred and pain. Objects are said to move on their own, doors slam shut without explanation, and disembodied voices whisper from the walls. The energy inside the LaLaurie Mansion is undeniable, a heavy, oppressive feeling that clings to you long after you've left. The LaLaurie Mansion stands as a chilling reminder of human cruelty, where darkness reigned and lives were lost. Whether Madame LaLaurie met her demise in the swamps or lived in anonymity, her legacy is tied to the horrors of Royal Street. The stories of her victims haunt New Orleans, their cries for justice echoing through the years. The LaLaurie Mansion remains a beacon for paranormal investigators and curious souls drawn to its dark history. Subscribe to Nightmare Creek for more bone-chilling stories.